Can you give Wallabies fans your absolute 100% commitment that you will not be coach of Japan next year?
I'm committed to coach Australia.
Next year?
I'm committed to coach Australia.
That doesn't sound very definitive, Eddie.
Thank you. Next question, please.
Dave, this morning a story was printed that was very well sourced about, as you've been hearing about, maybe Eddie joining Japan next season, next year. He's already said it's not going to happen, but I just wonder, from the point of view of your team, what kind of psychological impact did that have on you today?
We didn't turn up tonight, so it's got nothing to do with the outside noise. It's just got to do with our performance. We weren't good enough.
I really take umbrage at the questioning, that people are questioning my commitment to coaching Australia. I really take umbrage at it. I've been working non-stop since I've come here, and I apologise for the results. I keep saying that. But to doubt my commitment to the job, I think, is a bit red hot. So we're not going to deal with any of those questions any further. So I'm happy to talk about Wales. I'm happy to talk about Portugal. If you want to keep going down that line, I'll excuse myself. So do you want to decide what you want to do?
Well, we're going to some reaction to that astonishing defeat and, of course, the weekend's Premier League action. We're joined live by Mark Bosnich now. Good morning to you, Mark. All right, I know we're not poking fun at you here, but Australia's defeat to Wales does leave Eddie Jones aside on the brink of elimination. Genuinely, how has it gone down in Australia, and what's the feeling towards Eddie Jones?
Well, good morning to you both and all the viewers in the UK. The reaction down here has been one of outrage and complete embarrassment. Like you said, they stand on the brink. They need a miracle to become the first Wallaby side ever not to qualify for the quarterfinals. And in terms of Eddie Jones, look, there's a couple issues. So far as I'm concerned, the issue about whether he did or he did not have this Zoom meeting with the Japanese Rugby Federation is a bit of a sideshow, because we're not certain. The journalist has stuck to his side. Eddie Jones hasn't really given us any detail. But I think the bigger issue, and one that's been pointed out, especially by Sonny Bill Williams over here, the ex-All Black, is the fact that he left out some of their best and most experienced players, like Michael Hooper, Quade Cooper, and quite a few others. And at the time when it occurred, and it went from, we're going to go to win the World Cup to we're going to throw the kids in. World Cup's a World Cup. They're not there. You've got enough time to build for the next World Cup, which would be here in Australia. They're not there to blood in young players. The other issue is, and one that's really rankled with a lot of people, and including me, Dave Rennie, the New Zealander who was relieved of his duties, 6 or 7 months ago, had built the team to peak around the World Cup. The results haven't been great for the Wallabies, but they haven't been that bad, and nor have the performances. And since Eddie Jones has come in, the results and the performances have been poor. And the World Cup has just pretty much been the icing on the cake. And a lot of people are just they're asking deeper questions as to why the last 20 years things have gone like they have done since the last Rugby World Cup was here, when England won it. And that's a deeper issue, no doubt about that. But the bottom line is, it's right here, right now. 12 months ago, I think it was close to 12 months ago, they played a Wales side where they were 20 points down, and they had a depleted side, and they still come back and won. So it's been one of outrage. There will be a massive review that goes in, but the press has been absolutely going, and rightfully so, mad today. Because what I would say to Eddie is, look, no problem. You're the manager. You've made those choices for your squad and for your team, but you got to, live and die, by those decisions. And the bottom line is, those decisions have not worked out whatsoever. They've been completely outplayed against Fiji and absolutely walloped their record defeat in a World Cup against Wales. So, this other situation about the Japan thing, like I said, there's two different sides to the story. It's irrelevant. It's a deflection as to why basically this has occurred. Because in terms of the groups, you would have said beforehand, looking at all the pools, that the Wallabies had had a really, you could say, a straightforward group, a very fortunate draw, if you like. If they'd come in the first or second place, they would play England, Argentina. That's not being disrespectful, but still, it could have been far worse if you look at some of the other pools.